Hi, welcoming all. Today I just bought a topic called what are the IS codes and the standards which use for making the drawings. So how we are implementing these codes in especially in making of drawings, how we are selecting the sizes of the drawings, and before hitting to the subjects, we will understand what are the types of drawings which we are coming across, or maybe we are used in the construction field. Is one is architectural drawing. See, architectural drawings. So architectural drawings. See, next is structural drawings. Structural drawings, correct. And the third one is MEP drawings. MEP drawings. So there are major three drawings which we are made subcategories. I mean to say for example, if you want to say let's talk about in terms of architectural drawings. Architectural drawing which includes purely floor plans, like what are the dimensions of the buildings, what are the layouts, how it could be. So it enhances all. The next one we are just looking is the structural drawing. Structural drawing is majorly deals with maybe of what kind of the design analysis we need to do, how we are just intended, what are the grade of steel, what are the grade of the or concrete we are using, what are the thickness of the steel, what are the thickness of the building, maybe slab, how this consideration has to be taken care in the structural drawings. So in the MEP drawings, or we even call it as service drawings. Say service drawings, correct. Service drawings which usually includes, if you want to split MEP drawings into further, so MEP is mechanical, is electrical, and last one P is plumbing. Okay, still in the mechanical we are coming across HVAC, okay, then electrical drawings, and then plumbing. These kinds of subcategories we are looking at, especially majorly we are MEP drawings which deals with the services, say mechanical HVAC, then is electrical drawings and the plumbing. It's majorly has their concerns and own over the users. So next is we are just looking how we have made the some of the drawing sizes we are using in the sites, what is the boundary, and what is the how the layout will be the how could be the layout we are using in this. Say for example, this is I am writing the layout here, see, correct. So this is the drawing. So I am just considering this is I am just using writing is in terms of mm 1189 mm, correct. So this is 841 mm, correct. So this is the standard or original dimension. So here, so these categories which we are making based by compiling international code. So international code and IS our IS codes, like say IS 962 1989. If you clearly if you want to go through this, especially IS codes, you will going to get all these kinds of extensions and how we are looking in terms of this. So next is what I said earlier is international code is refers to IS 216, correct. So accordingly we have made there are for our better understanding, we have made some of the sizes, say for example A0 to A5 sizes of drawings we are using, correct, in our design or construction. Say A0 is the topmost big size. Say A0, it represents to 1189 mm into 841 mm. This is the maximum drawing that we are using. So further, if you exactly divide into half, say exactly divide into half, correct. So now it becomes as A1 drawing, correct. So now it becomes as a A1 drawing. So I am just splitting here 594, correct, and 594, correct. All are in mm, just further I am mentioning the same. So A1 is dimension is clearly is equal to 594 into 841 mm. So further again we are divided into half of the A1, that is called A2, correct, that is called A2. So A2 is clearly shows, say we are having 841, again we have made some here as 420 and 420. So here we have made as half, correct. So A2 dimension, if you want to say, you want to write, is A2 is like 594 into 420. So 594 into 420. So then again we have made A2 into A divided half exactly. This comes as A3. So A3 dimension is clearly as 297 into this is 420 into 420 mm. So 297 is came by dividing its half, like this one 594 is there, so I have made divided here, so hence it's 297, again 297. So next further again we have made A3 sizes of two components into exactly half, so we are getting A4. So A4 is purely 297 into, so 420 divided by 2 is 210 mm, correct. So further again I just am dividing here, so I am getting say like A5, still there are like A6, A7, A8 and A9 are there, but I'm restricting up to here itself. So A5, so up to A5. So these are all the majorly we have, especially these kinds of sizes we are using in the drawing, especially we are using in the construction field for our understanding the drawings. So A1 is before that A0 is overall big size. We majorly use A0 for majorly use for technical drawings. So technical drawings represents two technical drawings. Okay, the next is A1. A1 is also similarly which almost same represents the technical drawings. So A0 and A1 especially which has clear dimension, that is you no need to magnify it to further, and you can easily understand that by looking at the single drawing. We can, there are so many like mutually maybe of architectural, plumbing, everything which was incorporated and just in a same drawing in the single, say A0 to 5. So you can maybe anybody can understand the drawing. That's why A0 and A1 are especially intended to just to represent the typical overall plan of any buildings. So say for example layout of the buildings, any kinds. So next is A2. A2 is almost they will prefer to use for some kind poster, like poster size, or still you may use as a still technical drawing itself you can use. For technical drawings representation you can use. The next is A3. So A3, so for side, conveniently we can use here A3 as for some of the painters use, like for art making, and like say some of them are used for maybe of art, then like paints, and for our drawing also I can make, for our drawings also I can use. So next is A4. A4 also we are used majorly for say represent of any section details. For suppose in the A0 drawings, I just want in some particular area, I just want to say, for example, I just want to take this much area only. So in that particular state, I need to take this section, say I just want to focusing on a particular area, so that I am taking in a A4 size, so that I will have the clear picture still more better. So for that reason we are using A4 size. Then based on like that we are having still more as A5, A6, so A7, and still there are so many, like still A7 and A8 and A8, A9 and A9 and A10, and so many like this. There are so many are there, so I'm not covering that. So next is suppose any standards and IS codes and the standards we are following that. So we need to follow some of the major general rules, especially when you are writing any drawings. Say for example, I am just taking as an A3 or A0 drawings, okay, of size, okay. This is the boundary line, okay. I am just taking here. So we have made as some of the standards, like we have made here in this section, okay. So here you will come to know, first is you will get the directions, say it's north, or maybe any, you can preferably you can just tell or write as direction which shows here, correct, direction, and which direction it is on my drawing is aligned. The next is, if you come down here, you will find some of the general points or general nodes you will going to get here. So point 1, point 2, point 3 and point 4, some of the like there are focused points which were there. Then next, if you come down, you will find who is our architecture, or say for example who is our architecture, then who is our structural consultant, correct, who is our structural consultant, who is our MEP consultant, then next is who is our client, correct, who is our client. Next is project title, then project title. After that we most importantly we say as like scale, what is the scale which we are using. The next is what is the revision and date. So what is the revisions and date we are right now we are using. So after that, who was drawn and who is checked. These are titles we are using in the general drawing. So when you are just look, this is the measure as a frame body. This could goes to the direction section. This entirely you will find this section as title box will come. So next is what are the left area which is used and it's available. It's called as drawing space, which is you can call as drawing space, correct. So this is actually we need to follow in this standard format only if are writing any drawings, for writing any drawings, anything. This is could be the standard format. Yeah. So I have already clearly told before in the earlier section. So we have made A0, A1, A2, A3 and A4, and how especially. So one more actually one data is like you can just drop if you write any one diagonal, you can join this exactly here. So this is how they have made the different sizes, say A1 how it could be, and A2 how it could be, and A3 and A4, A5. Then again they are having A6, then A7, again A8 and A9. So they are actually not particularly they are not shown here. This is how the majorly boundary which looks in our typical layout here. So this is what the simple the next is, this is what the simple layout of a drawing, anything which looks like. Even earlier also some of I told is, so direction will comes in the, some of them they will swap, they will take up the general points nodes here, and here you will find the direction points. So same here, they have mentioned as who is client, who is PMC, and what is the project title. So what is the they have given the some of the key plan, project name they have given. So then they are having the revisions date, and who is when it is drawn, and what is the who is has been checked, like these kinds of title box they are having. So this is actually purely a drawing space which we need to use. So next example also you can see direction they have shown up, then who is the client or architect, and the general notes, some of the notations if we want to write, and they have included in the same way, and what is the title they are actually using. This is drawing space. Now they are using here as drawing space, correct? You can find here also one more drawing which in the top they have used the general notes, and then what are the revisions, and what is the drawing name, and who is the designer, and what are the dates, and what are the revisions. This is the drawing space. So we have to follow these kinds of standard standard steps. Maybe if you write any drawing, any GFC drawing, if you consider, this is the standard layout we need to follow. We could not, because this is an international standard, so that any engineer throughout any world, across any, if he is a civil engineer or any common man, he should understand point by point. By looking at the drawing, he should clearly get enough to strong, nothing it should make us still more doubt. So this is why we have made some of like layout. This is what we need to follow everywhere, especially in civil engineering departments. Oh, that's all. As today I just thought what are the IS codes and the standards which are used for the drawing, and what are the types of drawing. Suppose say architectural drawing and structural drawing and MEP drawings types we have seen. Apart from what is the standard layout of the drawing which we are using, that we have seen. Then one example we have taken as some layout we have taken. This is also we have seen. So hope this can be maybe like some kind of informative for you. The same kind of videos I'm just try to bring in the upcoming session, and try to watch the same, and ending the session with great I'm ending the session with great regards, and thanking.